Welcome to part 2 of my how to create a compelling message. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 steps to help you to craft and create a compelling message that your customers will not only hear, but they will want to act on and come and buy from you. A powerful message will have a purpose and clarity, and will convince others that you and your products are what they will need to solve their problems. Your message defines who you are, what your business is all about, and actually why you're in business in the first place. The purpose of your message is really to uncover what you are really about, what do you stand for, and what cause are you prepared to dedicate your time and effort to. Your message needs to be real and sincere, because if you attempt to say anything that just sounds nice, or you create a message that you don't really believe in, your customer's going to sense your insincerity. You know, Ralph Waldo Emerson summed it up like this: What you do speaks so loud that I cannot hear what you're saying. In other words, what you say and what you do need to be the same. They need to be congruent. And I'm sure there have been times when someone has made you a promise, and while they were speaking, you got this uneasy feeling that they were unlikely to follow through on that promise. You couldn't quite put your finger on it, but you knew they were just being insincere. If you're trying to say something that is not entirely honest, in other words, not really true, it's not who you are, people will sense it. So I suppose what I'm really saying is just be genuine and sincere with your customers when you're creating this message. So let's have a look at the 3 steps to help you build your powerful, compelling message so that your customers sit up and take notice. Step 1. What is the benefit to your customer? Because no one is going to change their buying behavior until they believe that there is a big enough reason to do so. You know, the current status quo in the mind of your customer is your biggest enemy. I've had the same hairdresser for the past 6 years and the same accountant for nearly 10 years. And they're doing a great job, they charge a reasonable price, and I'm sure I could get the same service at a lower price if I just shopped around, but it's just too much hassle. Now, the interesting thing is that people are more likely to change their behavior when there's an external reason to do so. That's because most people get a little bit defensive when they are told that they are the problem, but they're more likely to become engaged with you when they are told that something or someone else has created a problem or an opportunity for them to tackle. James Dyson invented this revolutionary new vacuum cleaner we're all familiar with now, back in 1983, that eventually sold millions. And he was able to persuade customers to upgrade to a Dyson by attacking the status quo. He was able to change their thought process by pointing out the weakness of the vacuum cleaners that they were currently using, that they had been happy with for years. They were using these tried and tested and trusted brands that they were used to. And yet here he was coming to the marketplace with a much more expensive vacuum cleaner, but he was able to change their minds by helping to change the way they thought. And he pointed out that they didn't need to continually buy replacement bags for their vacuum cleaners. You know, at the time in the UK market, the disposable bag revenue was in the excess of £100 million. That's just for the replaceable bags, the dust bags they collected all the dust. And he came up with this really snappy, compelling message, or a slogan if you like to call it, which said, "Say goodbye to the bag." And when they started hearing this, it just resonated with them. You know, customers were then prepared to pay a lot more money just for the convenience of not having to change the dust bag. So when it comes to creating your message as an independent retailer, you're actually in a very strong position to compete with the giant online retailers such as the Amazons, the Wayfairs, all the big national chains, because you know your local market, and so your message can be more personalized to your customer specific needs. Your message can highlight the advantage that you have over your competitors because of your expert personal knowledge and advice. You can offer products and services that are tailored to their specific needs, which is something that the giant retailers, they just cannot compete with. So make sure that your message includes these differences by pointing out the weaknesses of your competitors and include that in your message, very much like James Dyson did with the vacuum cleaner. So step 2, the question on their mind will be, why should they buy from you? Now, imagine a real customer is in your store or visiting your website, and they're about to make a decision to buy what you sell. Consider what would motivate them to buy your product. What will it do for them, and how will it improve their lives? How is your business or your products and your services different from your competitors, and how will your customer be better off buying from you, even if it's the same product, than buying from your competitors? What does your business do better than anyone else, and what doesn't it do? We need to include that as well. Write down all the good stuff that your company does, not just the great products that you sell, but how you treat your customers, whether they buy from you or not. How do you look after your staff? That is really important and noticeable by customers. What contributions do you make to your community? You know, customers are going to engage with you more if they get a sense that you're involved with the community and you're looking outward rather than just trying to make a fast buck. Step 3 in creating a compelling message is, what actions do you want them to take? Now, the obvious answer may be for them to buy your products, to buy something from you, and that's probably true in most cases. But depending on your industry, they may need to take a few smaller steps before they buy your core products or services. You know, for example, an interior designer may want the client to agree to a free consultation. That could be the next action step before they actually make recommendations to their home. You know, one thing for sure, if you don't tell your target audience what action you want them to take, either through social media, on your website or in store, don't be surprised if they don't take any action at all. Your call to action needs to be clear and obvious. So, to sum up, the 3 steps to creating a compelling message are: what is the benefit to your customer, number 1. Number 2, why should they buy from you? And number 3, what actions do you actually want them to take? There you go. Well, thanks for watching. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. And the action step that I'd like to take, or invite you to take at this time, is that if you happen to be a lighting retailer or an interior designer, or you specify lighting in any shape or form, and you'd like to get in touch to chat about your lighting requirements, please send me a message via the link in or around this video, or you can go to my website, ianritalik.com, send me a message or an email from there, and I'll get in touch for a no obligation chat. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.